My neighbor, who lives back behind me, there's about an acre of land between our two houses. He posed the question on Instagram the other day, if you don't know who the naked neighbor in your neighborhood is, then it's you. Well, we all know it's him, because he runs around. He was an MMA fighter and all this stuff. He is just ripped, so he has the right to walk around naked. He has clothes on, but anyhow, well, he has boxer shorts at least. We'll decide to make this for him to let him know he is the naked neighbor. Little binoculars watching. That's not me watching, but I'm watching the birds, okay? Gosh. On a perfect circle, regardless of what line you draw through it. So I'm going to pick some lines that have an easy middle point. So here's a 3-inch line, but any line that intercepts here, so between 1 and 4 is going to be 2.5, so that's your halfway point. So any place, so here's a 2-inch line. We'll go right here. So we'll draw that 2-inch line and go halfway through it. So any line that comes through here, if you take those lines and draw a 90-degree line from them, they will intercept the circle, or the center of the circle. So that's the dead center now. Version 2.0 is about twice as thick. Not quite as delicate looking, but not so easy to break. Over here in the paint booth, you're going to use some Krylon Fusion all-in-one paint and primer, gloss black. Using 1000 grit sandpaper just to buff this down a little bit. I want my final coat to be shiny and not quite so bumpy. Okay, so I just showed up to give Thomas his present. This is what he's wearing.
Alright. You guys are tricksters, so I'm like afraid to open it, dude.
This will not hurt you, I promise. I need more light. There we go.
It's a snake. What is it? Is it a
No,
snake?
it's not a snake.
It's not. No, it's not going to hurt you.
Are you sure?
I promise.
Oh my gosh. Is it a snake?
Oh my god!
What is it?
Wait.
Is it a snake?
Wait.
Oh my god!
Dude, how did you do that? Did you just do it?
Yesterday.
Oh.
I was waiting for it to dry. I wanted to...
Can I put it in my yard?
Oh, please.
As binoculars.
You are the naked neighbor.
With mirrors. Because that's what we see.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That is so funny.
Oh. It's so much better that I don't have my shirt on.
I know. It's like open a shirt.
Dude, this is the greatest.
Dude, that is classic. I feel bad. I'm a little bit self-conscious because there used to be a giant jungle between my property and Thomas's. The trees in my backyard used to shade that property, but then we had a big windstorm that knocked a bunch of my trees down. We lost 13 trees in this windstorm. It was really, really bad. So that really thinned out what was blocking my yard. But then the neighbor behind me, he, in the last 10 years, really hadn't cleared his trees out very much. So that had become a complete quarter acre of jungle. And we were able to purchase the house behind ours. And I wanted to create a canopy so we could actually enjoy the shade back there and get underneath the trees. But in order to do that, we just kind of went crazy and trimmed and cleaned out. And I kid you not, there were 50 loads of, we filled up my 14-foot trailer 50 times. Oh, just come catch it before it goes in the gun.
Yeah, it's gonna break my arm now. Think ahead, father.
I think you're tougher than that. Tougher than you think you are.
This thing is mega heavy, though.
But because of that, I might have taken down the wall and all the seclusion to Thomas's yard. So now he thinks we might be peeking back there. It's not on purpose, I promise. It was just to try and make the trees nicer. I promise it'll fill back in eventually. But right now, maybe the yard is the naked neighbor.